Hello, everybody. Oh, let me see. Can you hear me? I've got my little microphone on. Can you guys hear? Hello, hello, hello. It is a little bit after 7, and I was trying to get on here at 7 o'clock, and I dropped my microphone, and it fell on the ground, and it went across the kitchen. Hello, Adam Cross. How are you? So glad you're joining me tonight. Hey, everybody. How are you? Can you guys hit those hearts and those likes for me? That would be awesome. And I hope, oh, good. Sometimes it'll just say Adam is watching, Diane is watching, and then we don't get to read your comments. But it looks like Felicia said hello from Tennessee. Hey, everybody. Hey, Ruby. Thank you so much for the hearts and the likes. I don't know if this is true or not, but we have heard that when you hit the hearts and the likes over and over and over, you can hit it several times, that it just wakes up Facebook and they're like, oh, Miss Annie's live. So when you hit it, then it just kind of lets more people know. Hey, Donna Pelfrey and Summer. Hey, Michael McDaniel. How are you? Hi, Adam. Hey, Jamie. How are you guys doing? Daryl is out on a walk, and he might be popping in here in just a little bit, but he had a conversation with the inspector today, and it was so funny because the inspector was saying this is what he needed to do, and it didn't make any sense. So then Daryl called Clint and said, the inspector said this, do this, and Clint was like, that doesn't make any sense. So Daryl called the inspector back. The inspector, through all of this, was not really very happy with Dee. And anyway, it turns out that the inspector was talking to Daryl about another piece of property, not our property. And Daryl said, hold on. We're talking about 209 North Main Street. And so he was like, oh, I was thinking this. So anyway, he told Daryl what needed to be done. Clint came out here. Anyway, praying you guys that this weekend, maybe Daryl can start moving in some tools. So anyway, he might pop in here in a little bit, but he was like, I gotta try to get my walk in. I didn't get my walk in earlier. So Michael Daniel said he is good, doing great. I'm doing so good. You guys, thanks so much for being here. I hope you've had a good day. Have you had a good Monday? I've had a good Monday. I will tell you, so tonight is Metabolic Monday. You know how I'm like wanting to just talk with you guys about some of the things that Daryl and I have been learning. And one of the things, I don't know if you guys have some of your favorite, well, I know you do. You guys have favorite foods, right? Favorite snacks, favorite things that you like to eat. Well, one of the things that I really love, and I actually forgot to grab it, so hang on one second. I love, do you guys get these little mini cucumbers? Do you guys ever get mini cucumbers? They are so, so delicious. And so today, when I got home, I was teaching at a school and I was dressed up like a astronaut, taught about the solar system to a bunch of first graders. Then I came home and I love these things so much. And so what I did is I took these cucumbers and I'm going to use paper, okay, guys? And then what I did is I cut it up into little, almost like little chips, you know? So I made them into small little, like this, okay? All right, you see that? Have you guys tried these? They are so good, okay? They're like extra crispy. They're so delicious. And then, this is my sweet friend Angela Deaver, okay? So she, when we were working so hard before I ever had a page, and we were working out of her house with Mama Sue. So Mama Sue, had been diagnosed with cancer, and she had all of her cookbooks. And I would go over to Angela's house, and I wasn't working because of COVID. And so I went over there, and I would help ship out all of Mama Sue's cookbooks. Well, one of the things that we like to have for lunch is we like to have this. Let me show you what it is. So you got your cucumbers, right? This is low carb, low sugar stuff too. And then get some cream cheese. All right. So get you some yummy cream cheese. And we just spooned it out like this. And then basically we just put it, nothing fancy, right here on the side. And then, let's see, where is it? Okay, I had gotten my little Everything Bagel out. Oh. Okay, Everything Bagel. This is y'all brands, but I'm sure you guys probably have Everything Bagel. But then what we would do is we would just sprinkle this on the top. And then we would just sit with our little cucumber chips, what we call them, and ate it like that. This is so yummy. Low sugar, low carb, so good. So good. All right. So I just wanted to share that little treat with you guys. Have you guys ever done that? Made it like that? Let's see. Sherry said, I had cucumber with cottage cheese for lunch. Ooh, that is really, really good. That sounds delicious. Well, the Everything Bagel has such a great flavor to it. Really, really love this. We do love the y'all brands because, they are our good friends. But Everything Bagel, you can find it all over the place. It's delicious. So anyway, you guys know also that Dee and I, we've been on this little health journey, and today is Metabolic Monday. So I did want to show you this low fat, low sugar treat that you can have. Now, this really would be my lunch because I love this so much. All right. Now, something else I want to share with you guys tonight is I was having a conversation today with one of my teachers at the school that I visit. And I've known her for so long. And she was telling me that she wasn't really feeling very well. And she said that a lot of the teachers at school, they had started going to just a place and getting all of their blood work done and that sort of stuff. And some of them were using the shots, which this is how I feel. I'm very neutral about the shots. I think they're great for a lot of people. I think they are great for a lot of people. But then I think for a lot of people, it's not turning out too well. Like, she was not feeling good. Another one of my friends was sharing with me how she wasn't feeling good and just different things like that. So it made me really think about, and it made me really want to share with you guys just a couple of things that you guys can do. And then I'm going to show you the protocol that we've been using, because I know some of you guys have been really asking about that. So you want to know really specifically what we've been doing, what Daryl has been doing. So I want to explain something that I have learned and have talked about a little bit. And we have been introducing a little bit of intermittent fasting with a little bit of fiber before our biggest meal. And this is how it works. Our bodies, especially in the modern diet, there's a lot of hidden sugars in our foods. And so our sugar levels are higher than normal. A lot of the fiber that would have been in our food has been taken out. Sometimes we think that Wheaties has a lot of fiber in them, but they really don't. So fiber has been taken out of our food, and fiber is really important in helping just sugars stay lower and insulin stay lower. And so because of that, we have these higher levels of insulin in our body. And so you've probably heard that term, and it's becoming more and more common, insulin resistance. I was walking, I ran into one of my little friends, and we were walking around town, and she was saying that she was really struggling with her A1C and that she was insulin resistant. I had never really heard that word before. So I've explained it a couple of times to you guys in a couple of different ways, but what really happens is, again, because we eat so often, we spike that blood sugar, because our foods have fiber taken out of it, because we have a lot of sugar in our foods, our sugar levels stay up. So what we want to do is become more insulin sensitive. And the way that you do that is just simply by giving your body a little break. And so let me show you what we do. So we usually don't eat after 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. So we begin our fast at 5 or 6 in the evening. And really, this is even good for you too. It helps your digestion. Have you guys, I have trouble. If I eat too late, oh my gosh. I mean, Daryl, before we ever started this protocol and understanding about insulin resistance, we would always talk about, like, I can't eat past 4 o'clock because it will keep me up all night, because your body is digesting all of this food. So if you find it hard to sleep at night, stop eating earlier and don't eat those snacks. That will probably help you. Give me a thumbs up if you have trouble sleeping, if you have found that, you can't sleep at night, especially when you eat late. Okay. I see a couple of little hearts and thumbs going up. Yeah. So just stop eating a little bit sooner. Okay. But so what we do is we stop eating about 5 or 6. And then that's when you start your fast. And so you go to bed and you're fasting all night, which is awesome, because ideally it's good for your body to fast about 16 hours is a good amount of time. So we start, like I said, about 5 or 6 fast. And then what happens is your blood sugar comes down, especially at night when you're sleeping. It'll come down because you're not eating. And then you just extend that a little bit in the morning, and it keeps your blood sugar down. So then we don't usually eat until about 11 or 12. I didn't get finished out of school today till 12:30, so I actually didn't eat until about 1:30 when I got home. All right, and so I know some of you might be like, I cannot do a little bit of fasting. That is so hard. And you can fast with water and that sort of thing, but we have found that that's been really hard. So what we have done, this is the product that we have found. It's Unamate. We love lemon. I love lemon. Daryl loves, there's one that's a little bit spicier, lemon, ginger, and fierce, and he loves it. So it's just this little pack. I love mine over ice. And so I don't have my bottle with me because I keep giving them all away, but I'm going to fill it up in this jar, fill up the water. Not in this jar, this glass. And you just pour this, oh, y'all. You pour this right in here and then mix it up. And really, when it's in a bottle, it mixes up really, really well. So I just mix it up. And it's an yerba mate. And an yerba mate is a plant. And it has been around for a really long time, forever. And it helps raise your own GLP-1. So all of these shots that people are getting, that's that's synthetic, okay? And again, some people have had great success on that. And so I'm not trying to be negative about any of that, but this is natural and it doesn't interfere with any medications. Now, I always add a little bit of ice to mine, and usually I start with ice. And make this up in another like bottle, but this is how I like to drink it. And to me, it is so good. And you sip on it, and it raises your own GLP-1. So in the morning, we sip on it. It helps you not to feel hungry. It supports your fast. It helps with your brain and with clarity. I can't tell you. I know there's been a lot of people say, Annie, why do you take it? Well, as you guys know, Daryl, he started this program last October because he had come home and his insulin level was an 8.3, and that was medicated with metformin and Jardiance. It was an 8.3. Well, then, you can come in. I told him that you would be here. Oh. So then when Daryl came home, you guys know, so he's got this medicated A1C at 8.3, and then he said, let's try to start that protocol that you've heard about. So Daryl, I just showed them that we sip on this in the morning. You got your bottle? I didn't have a bottle.
I took it with me.
So here's the bottle, and on it, it'll say Una Mate, and then this is balance. So this really does help with your blood sugar, keeping it level in the morning, because I was just telling that we just fast a little bit in the morning and we drink this, and it keeps your brain really clear. It helps to keep that blood sugar level. And again, a lot of people have thought, Annie, why are you doing it? And once I saw Daryl's success, then I was like, how can it help me? And so for women, especially menopausal women, it helps with your hormones. Once you get more insulin sensitive and you're not insulin resistant, then all of your cells will respond. It's pretty amazing. Okay, then before dinner or lunch, what we do is we mix up this balance, and this is a fiber. And this is a really awesome fiber.
It absolutely is.
And you don't have to stand so far back.
Well,
you can come
I
up.
have to bend down.
I know, I'll raise this up.
Okay.
I'll raise that up. And I dropped the microphone on the floor, and it burst into a million. So you don't have one.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm going to show you guys how this fiber works. So I'm going to mix it up in this jar so you'll be able to see. And Daryl, you can say anything at any point, but so on the bottle, it'll say balance. And so
you want the mixer?
It's right. It should be. Oh, did I move it? I had it right here. Okay. So you put the fiber in like this, and you mix it. And again, you can put it in your Una Mate bottle, and you mix
like
it.
3 quick shakes, and it's ready to go down.
Yeah, you got to shake it really quick, and then you drink it. And when you drink it, then what starts to happen is inside your tummy, it's going to become gelatinous. So it's going to be just thicker. And what that does is it allows the food that you've eaten, it allows the blood sugar not to enter your bloodstream as quickly, the glucose to enter your bloodstream as quickly. So we're just going to let this sit here for a little bit. And then I'm going to take this piece of bread, just a little bit, and I'm going to show you how it thickens up and it coats this food, this piece of bread. So it's just these two little drinks that we drink that have made all the difference in the world for you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, some of you are asking where you get it, and what we'll do is we'll put a link to it, because you know how, so we have an affiliate link, and here is the absolute truth. We have given so many of these kits away because this has blessed Daryl's life so much. We have given over 20 kits away to people because we just feel like it has been an answer to prayer.
An answer to prayer, and we absolutely believe in it.
Yeah.
We've witnessed the change that has happened. And you got to get to a point in your life where you're ready to make a commitment and you want to change.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I was at, and it has really stepped up and done what it's guaranteed to do.
But the other thing is, like, so we started, Daryl started using it, and we didn't talk about it with you guys for over 5 months. And we did that intentionally because we had to know that it really, really worked. And Daryl saw his numbers coming down. He started out as an 8.3 in October, at the end of October. In January, he had lowered his A1C to a 6.0, right?
Yep.
And he'd lost like 20 pounds. And then in April, it was down to a 5.6, and you had lost, what, about 30 pounds?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Started out on 6 medications. He's down to 2. But we didn't say anything because we had to know for ourselves if it really worked. We didn't want to share something with you guys that we didn't know worked. Now, what I'm going to do is we have several followers who have been using the protocol. If you've been using the protocol, you can write your results and what it's done for you. But I'm just going to tell you about 4 people. Okay, so Debbie, and they've all told me that I could use their names. So Debbie said she started the protocol mid-May. She's down 24 pounds. Her A1C went from a 5.6 to a 5.4. Have no problem intermittent fasting, 16 to 18 hours a day. So ideally it's about 16, but if you can only do 12, you only do 12. But anyway, she said she's having no problem, and that has to do with this wonderful, delicious yerba mate. She said she has no more food noise, which was kind of your deal too, right?
Oh, it was huge. Big problem. I couldn't fast. I tried, and it just didn't work for me. Physically, it would just be a problem. So
yeah, and Daryl was always talking about how hungry he was all the time, and then he started drinking this, and he was not really ever hungry. So she said, no more food noise. I look forward to drinking my mate every morning and throughout the day. So that's Debbie's experience. So Ben, who is also my uncle, he said, I started March 17th. Doctor wanted to put me on a statin. Now she's amazed that I have lowered my cholesterol and no longer need cholesterol medication. I've gotten off my CPAP machine and have lost 56 pounds, which is amazing. And also Ben was a huge sugar addict, and he will tell you that, and he no longer has any issues with sugar. Janice, who's my aunt, and we did not tell any of our family that we were doing this until we announced and we said something to you guys last March or April. And so she called me the next day and she was like, what? Both Janice and Ben have tried everything, every diet, everything, and not had much success at all. So this is what she shared. She said, started March 17th, my cholesterol numbers are down and in good range. Hashimoto's going into remission. Brain fog is lifted, more energy, hormones are balancing. I've lost 33 pounds and still losing. Our sweet friend Margie said she started on June 4th. Her cholesterol is down 40 points from June 3rd. Her triglycerides are down 53 points from June 3rd. Her LDL is down 24.4 points. And this is what she says. My diabetes meds cut in half, as well as reflux meds cut by 50% after having been on them for over 30 years. Edema and neuropathy gone, and I've lost 19 pounds, continuing to lose slowly and consistently each week. So when Daryl and I hear this, we are so amazed and so grateful. And it was a really big deal for us to share. We were so nervous about doing it because we were worried about what you, our followers, would think, because we didn't want you guys to think that we were just trying to sell something, because we're absolutely not trying to sell anything. We just have seen how it worked in Daryl's life, and we just need to tell everybody.
And now we've received so many testimonies, not just these 4, but many, many more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sometimes brings me to tears as I read through the changes that have been made in people's lives.
Mm-hmm, for sure. So let's read what Sherry said. She said, I feel great and lost 25 pounds. I've been on the protocol since May. I fast an average of 19 hours. It works wonderfully. I am definitely a sugar addict and always needed M&Ms. Yes, I was an M&Ms girl every time I ever went through. And you guys know I was a Pop-Tart girl. I haven't had Pop-Tarts in months. I would have a Diet Coke and a Pop-Tart every morning, and I don't do that anymore. Let's see. We've got Cindy said, been using since June 15th, fasting every day, 14 to 16 hours, lost 13 pounds, feel my feet after 10 plus years of neuropathy.
Wow. Good gracious.
What? Cindy, that's amazing. A1C from a 7.0 to 6.2.
6.2. You are almost there, girlfriend.
That is so great. So Lori, we will explain the product to you. Well, we'll tell you what it is. We'll put it in a link in just a second. But it's Unamate in Balance. It's called the Feel Great System. And we'll put our link in this post, and you will be able to get a discount because you are using mine and Daryl's link. Okay. So we will let you know. Hey, Scott. I know all of these testimonies. So Scott is also one of our followers.
He's a great testimony himself. Wow.
Scott, write in there what you want to say. Scott has done such amazing things. Jenny, we are talking about the protocol that Daryl has been using to get his life back. And also it's been helping me so much. But Daryl, you've lost how much weight, Dee?
I'm 35 pounds down.
35. A1C went from a what?
8.3, and I'm in the mid 5s now. I'm hopeful that I'm below 5.6 next doctor's appointment.
Yes. Okay. Does it help with inflammation? 100%.
Yes.
My favorite part of this, you guys, and we should have done a before and after of Daryl. After Daryl's stroke, within about 6 to 8 weeks, we went to the doctor. Well, it was 6 weeks. We went back to the doctor after 6 weeks. He had been on all this medication. And I'm poking his little ankles because now they're all swollen. And they had never been that way because Daryl was a basketball player. And then they're all swollen, and I'm pushing on him. And I said, what is this? And she said, that's basically a side effect of the medication, and it'll always be that way. And now Daryl's ankles, they're not swollen. They're normal. They're skinny. I need to take a picture of them. It's amazing. Okay, Perla said, if you start on it, will you have to stay on it? When you start on that, do you have to not take your Ozempic?
Oh.
So it doesn't have any negative effects on any medication because it is a nutraceutical. You can have your doctor look it up. It's in the physician's desk reference. It's listed there, and it's really the only 2 nutraceuticals, which means it's not a pharmaceutical. It's natural. So while Daryl was taking this, he was also taking his medication because Daryl, he was like, I'm not going to self-diagnose. I am going to take my medication, and as things lower, then I will lower my medication. And so addressing your question about, is this something that we're going to be on for the rest of our lives? What do you think?
It's kind of like a lifestyle change. It's something you want to be on. It's not like you have to be on it. Once you get into the groove, you're like, oh, how did I live without this kind of feeling? That's the way I am.
Yeah, exactly. And so many of our followers who are using this protocol, I walk with one of them, and she is just the sweetest. And she's like, Annie, I was a coffee drinker in the morning. And she said, I looked so forward to my coffee. And she said, now my favorite thing is, she says, I look forward to my una mate every single morning. And I do too, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it makes you feel good. You know that heaviness that you feel sometimes when you eat? You don't feel heavy. You just feel so good. It's like your body is working in all the right ways. Now, you guys know I also love science. And so Ben Bickman is a huge, huge supporter of this protocol. He is like one of the #1 doctors, metabolic doctors in the world. He wrote the book, Why We Get Sick. So go read that book. Also, Mindy Pelz. We kind of talked about this last night. So Mindy Pelz writes Fast Like a Girl and Age Like a Girl. Now, so let me go back to a little bit of the science and what we do. But so fasting in the morning, fasting all night and in the morning helps to lower that blood sugar. Fiber before your biggest meal, and you can eat a lot of fiber. You can try to get as much fiber as you can in, but that's hard to do. So using this balance, this is a great amount of fiber. So when you eat it first, I guess it'll thicken up. Okay, remember how I had mixed that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip this in, and you're going to see that it coats. Can you see that it coats that bread? Okay, it makes this awesome coating so that your food in your stomach, so that your food doesn't just, that the sugar from your food doesn't just enter your bloodstream so quickly. It keeps it more level. And so this balance has been around forever. And Rexall Drug, originally, they were the ones that created it. And there's like 5 different patents on it. And it's been studied in all of the major
Starting
hospitals.
out with the Cleveland Clinic, which is the #1 heart hospital, they have studied it and have really they endorse it wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So I hope that this has been helpful to you guys. I hope that you guys have gotten some information. And I started this I started this live by just kind of telling you about my dear friend who I was talking with today, who, was like starting on the shots and not feeling very well. And I was just like, I told her a little bit about this protocol and what Daryl has been using. And it just, it just makes me want to share with everybody, because it is natural. It is so easy. It's not hard. It's affordable. It's about $5 a day. And if you think about that, if you're skipping breakfast and you're not eating all your snacks and you're not stopping by and getting coffee at Starbucks, it's really, you're saving money. And a lot of people save money on it. So let's see. Linda said, how much weight have you lost, Annie? So, in the house renovation, I started losing weight because we were going crazy. We were working ourselves to death. But I didn't even know that I needed to lose weight. And it's not been like I'm intentionally trying to lose weight. But more than anything, I think I didn't realize I was hanging on to some inflammation and some water maybe or something. So I've lost about 12 pounds and I feel great. So that's where I am with that. So let's see. Eileen said, off subject, but how do you do with the inspection report today? Do you want to talk about that?
He didn't report today. Okay, he didn't come by. So what I did is I actually called him this morning because of what he had put in the report really just didn't make a whole lot of sense. So I called him and said, okay, help me understand. And then he got a little irritated with me. And so I got a little irritated with him. Not ugly, but, I wasn't going to, anyway.
Y'all just needed to discuss it.
Yeah, so I get off the phone with him and I call Clint. I said, this is what just happened. And he said, well, maybe you need to call him back. Maybe some misunderstanding, because what he said absolutely has nothing to do with our shed. So I called him back. I said, look, I'm talking about 209 North Main Street. And he goes, oh, you're not talking about 348 yada yada. I'm like, no, I'm talking about the workshop in the back. He goes, oh, all you need to do is this. Pretty simple fix. And so I called Clint back and I said, this is what needs to be done. And he said, oh, I can do that second. So he's already been here and gone, and we'll have another inspection hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yeah.
And be moving stuff in this weekend.
Yeah.
Feel real hopeful.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So thanks for that update, Dee. So
Yeah.
Sherry said, Miss Annie, do another video strictly on this. So Sherry, go back and look at the very beginning of this, because I decided that this is what I wanted to talk about, was this drink and what we were using, because just feel so strongly about it. My Aunt Janice is on and she has been answering some things. Darlene did say, what do we eat? So really what we do is we don't snack anymore. So we fast a little bit in the morning, and then we have a nice good sized lunch. We love lunch. My favorite thing is lunch. We put a lot of things in the freezer. Daryl loves a lot of like taco soup and chili, a lot of things with proteins and meats in them. He loves that. Chicken, we do a lot of chicken and vegetables and salads. So we do that. We're not on a special diet, which is awesome. And then in the afternoon, we don't snack either. And so what you do is you drink a second Unamate in the afternoon. So, you know, when you get those, like when you go to the Coke machine and you get your peanut M&Ms and your Diet Coke or whatever you're going to do, in the afternoon when you get kind of hungry, that's when you drink another one of these. And so it just, the whole point is to just keep blood sugars low. So, and it keeps everything balanced. So Eileen said, so the tea is in the morning, and when do you drink the fiber? I love y'all explaining everything. Okay, so we drink the tea in the morning. You intermittent fast during your breakfast.
And it's a slow sip. It's not like you drink it down. It's like it should take hour and a half to drink that much. So you're just sipping on it.
Yeah. And usually it's in this bottle, but like I said, I've given mine away. So you drink this, or what I like to do is I put mine in this. You see my little Unicity lemon? I put it in this and then I sip on it. Then you have your fiber. You have the fiber pack before your biggest meal. And so that's either lunch or dinner. Some people put a fiber, a balance before lunch and dinner, but you don't have to do that. The way that it comes as a kit is you get the Unamate in the morning, and then you have a fiber, and then you drink that Unamate in the afternoon when you're all snacky. And it gives you more energy and it helps you feel good. And then we just eat a light supper. That's just what we do. Bobby said, is there any gluten in it? No, it is gluten-free, which is so great. Let's see. Wilma asked me about my toothbrush. And so my toothbrush, I'll get back to you on that. It's that little toothbrush that vibrates. I can find that for you in just a minute. Renee said, what if you don't need to lose weight, but need to lower your A1C? Would this product help without losing weight? 100%.
Absolutely. So what's happened with my body is I've gotten down to about 190. And I think my body likes that. I've been at this weight now. So I've been on the protocol a year. And I've been at this weight probably about 5 or 6 months. And I'm on the protocol every day. I'm out working. I'm out walking. And I'm not losing more weight. I'm right at 188 to 193. I don't go eat any thinner or any lighter.
Yeah, I know. It's been interesting because Daryl has just held here for months. And I think once his body got right where it needed to be, it liked it. He's insulin sensitive. His blood sugar is right where it needs to be. His cholesterol has come down. He's off of his statin, off of metformin. Anyway, I think your body just likes it right there.
Yep.
And I have dishwasher.
Yeah.
I have weighed what I weigh right now for a couple of months too. I think once I got where I was supposed to be, that's where I am. So don't worry about losing too much weight because I think your body just kind of balances out.
Yeah.
Sherry said, Miss Annie, I think you did a video on this drink before. If you post that video again, please and thank you. Okay. We do have a YouTube video also with Brittany, Daryl's coach. Missed everything you said, Daryl. Couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I don't have a mic.
Oh, he doesn't have a mic. You have to come up when you talk. Pamela Monroe said, Stacey Jones, I believe they are on a diet along with these drinks. We are not on a diet. We are not counting calories. We're not counting macros. We're not measuring food. This is what makes this so easy.
We went to Buffalo Wild Wings the other day and had some really good fried chicken, hamburgers. Anyway.
But overall, we try to eat healthy. But if there's birthday cake, we're going to eat birthday cake. If you have a dump cake that you make, then we do that. But this is why we love this program is you just drink the drinks when you're supposed to. And you try to follow the, fast when you're supposed to. And it has made it so easy.
And I assume you couldn't hear me. I see a lot of comments, can't hear you. It must be me. Because she wasn't, difficult to hear me.
Difficult to hear you. I wonder if I take this off.
And take that out.
Let's see if this helps you guys. Kenny said, is it all natural? It is.
All natural.
100% natural, which is what we love about it. It's plant-based.
Yeah.
So both of the products are plant-based, and you can take it with your medication until you're able to, until maybe you don't need it, which is really pretty awesome. Stacey Jones said, please go back and listen about what they are eating, keeping in mind Daryl is a diabetic. So yeah, no diet. We're not on any kind of diet or anything. Dwayne said, do you have to walk or exercise?
You don't have to. You just want to.
Listen, walking and exercise, I think, is important for everyone.
Yeah.
It helps your body. Can you want to tell them what happens when you walk?
So you're talking about my
your blood sugar.
My blood sugar. So if I start my walk with a high blood sugar, it's amazing how it could be going up when I start, but when I'm done, it has come down significantly. And actually, when I get home and I rest, it continues. Let's see where it's at right now. So
So Daryl wears a glucose monitor, and you can see currently it's at 112. And so it is in his arm. So we started using this when he started the system because we wanted to see if it really worked. And what happened is you can see he's in green right here. And so being on this product, on this protocol, he has been in green 95 to 100% of the time.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Stacey said, eating whatever you want defies what all the doctors will say about healthy eating if you are diabetic. Stacey, we don't eat whatever we want. We don't eat junk, but we pay it. I mean, you do definitely pay attention to what you're eating, but to say that we never have a piece of candy or to say that Daryl doesn't have a roll or bread or whatever.
And to say we're counting calories and we're portioning, and we don't. We don't do any of that. We just eat sensibly, right? And maturely. Not like we were kids.
Yeah.
With Little Debbie's.
For sure.
Dolly Madison's and all those fun things.
Okay, Nancy said, do you get to a point where you don't need the drink or do you need to continue drinking it? For sure. Like you can, you could probably get everything where you want it to be, whether it's for us, the whole reason why Daryl did this was not so much about weight loss as becoming more insulin sensitive, lowering that A1C, trying to get off medication. And so as we saw how this protocol worked, we were like, why would we ever not do this? because it's natural. And for 11 years, he struggled and suffered with medication, and you really did think you were going to have another stroke, didn't you?
I did. I had no hope. I had pretty much, it's going to happen. So Stacy asked if I'm still on Jardiance. I am, but when I first started it, I was at 25 milligram a day, and I'm down now to 10 milligram. And I'm hopeful that in the next 1 or 2 visits, I come off of that. So, and it's a gradual thing. It's not something overnight.
That's
it's not
right. It took 11 years to get you where you were, right? And so it's not an overnight thing, and that's kind of what we like, is it's just been simple and it's been natural.
Yeah.
Krista said, how long do you fast? And we fast for about 16 hours. That's the recommended length of a fast. But if you're just starting, just try 12, because just giving your body a little bit of a break in eating will really help to lower that blood sugar.
So Gay asked, why do you sip? Well, why we, and the natural tendency with any drink, I guess, is just to, right, take it. But what this does, if you're patient with it and you take your time, it actually increases your own natural GLP in your gut.
GLP-1.
GLP-1 in your gut. Quiets the food noise. So the longer you make that last, the longer you're able to do without food, without the need to eat something. Some people can fast without this.
Yeah,
I say go for it.
Some people can absolutely do this, but what we have found is this is so supportive. It's like willpower in a pack. It's so supported. You feel so good. Like I have tried to fast and fasted for long periods of time and been absolutely miserable. My brain is just, it just doesn't feel good. And so you can portion control, you can exercise, you can follow a diet, you can fast, you can do all of that. But what we wanted to find was something that could be sustainable, that we could do really forever. And so once we discovered this.
Right, and I knew I couldn't fast. I knew I couldn't.
Right.
I get dizzy, I get headaches, I get nauseous, and it's horrible. And it's because of the stroke. I know that, but this GLP-1 allows me to function. I don't feel the need to pull over at McDonald's and
get something.
Get the McGriddles in the morning, and anyway, it's wonderful. I get on down the road.
It's really changed Daryl's life, and you feel so much better.
Absolutely.
We're going to answer a couple more little questions, and then we'll let you guys go. So Debbie said, what about if I have to take metformin in the morning and it has to be taken with food? How or when can I start fasting? So I've seen this question before.
This is what I did.
Okay.
I had to take metformin.
Did you take it in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I did is I waited until after I had drank the unamate and it was lunchtime. I would eat, then I would take it, and then I would walk. So that was my order of things. Balance, eat, take my medications, and walk every lunch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Willie Martin Lambert said, are you drinking lots of water in between, and do you have coffee at all? You can have coffee, and you can have coffee like in the morning if you're doing your intermittent fasting. You just don't want to add any kind of cream or sugar to it because it breaks your fast. What was the other part of that? Yes, you're supposed to drink water. You want to stay hydrated, that sort of thing, for sure. Sandra said, I fast from 6 to 11:30 on my own. You can totally do that. Absolutely. You can totally do that. Barbara said, but you need food to keep your sugar level. Oh, yeah, and you can eat a wonderful lunch, and you can eat a wonderful dinner, and that is, you can get all of your nutrients from all of that. But, back in the day, people did not eat. Even when probably a lot of you were young, you would run in like from being outside and playing, and you would want to eat something, And your mom or dad might say, you're not going to eat anything because we don't want you to spoil your dinner. So it used to be back in the day, you ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner with no snacks. And then now we just eat all of these snacks and we're eating all day. And because of that, we have an epidemic. Type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance. Daryl fell right into that also. So anyway, this has been something that has really, really changed our lives. Okay, let's read what Dora says. Dora is amazing. She said, I thought I had to take my metformin in the morning, but in actuality, I've fasted until 1 p.m. and take my metformin with my meal and balance. Awesome. Thank you for saying that. Scott, thank you for saying that it's in the PDR Physician's Desk reference. And Scott, I probably missed where you might have chimed in and said something. Joan said, does anyone else have stomach problems with this? So if it feels, if you're having a little bit of trouble with it, just water it down a little bit. That's why Daryl loves to drink his straight, and I like to drink mine with ice, a lot of ice. And at the beginning, I even would put, a little splash of Fresca in it, okay? All right, you guys, we've been on for almost an hour, and I'm just gonna kind of scan through this just a little bit. Dwayne said, what about Diet Coke? You can drink a little bit of Diet Coke, you can, that'll be okay. I love it. Dana is saying, sign up for chair yoga. If you're wondering if you can exercise or not, even just a little bit, you guys, sit in your chair, walk around. My mom walks up and down inside this house. She goes up the stairs in her house. She just does a little bit of something. So just start where you are. How much time do you need the fiber before your last meal? You just drink it right before, you don't have to wait. You drink it. I might wait a minute, but not very long, and then you can just eat. Let's see. All right, I'm trying to look back through here. You guys are so awesome. So listen, one of the things I want you to let you guys know is this. We will put a link in these comments. So you guys can, if you are interested in finding out more information, we have a link on my website, missannyshomeandkitchen.com/fiber. We'll put that in these comments. And it has a lot of information. Spend some time on there. There's a YouTube video with Brittany, who is Daryl's coach. She does a much better job of explaining all this than we do. We're learning and we're trying to figure it out.
She is so patient with us.
Yes, because we just want to help more people. It has helped so many people. My mom, who's 84, you guys saw, if you didn't see her live last week, go back and look at that live. Her kidneys are so much better. Her eyes are better. So many wonderful, amazing things happen when you become insulin sensitive. So just want to mention that. So we'll be sure and put a link to it. So missannyshomeandkitchen.com/fiber. And if you do decide to order, there is a 90-day guarantee. And the reason why the company does a 90-day guarantee is because a money-back guarantee. Money-back guarantee. Because they want you to get your labs like before you do it. Like, you know, Daryl gets his A1C every 3 months, and they just are so confident that you will see a difference. That's why they give you 3 months as a money back guarantee. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, we will be sure and put a link in, and you will, if you use our link, our affiliate link, then you get like $70 off. It's pretty awesome, okay? All right, you guys, love you, and just feel like I was gonna teach you guys something else today, but after talking to my friend, I was like, I'm gonna get on here and let's really talk about it and explain it to you guys so you understand. We love you, love you, love you, love you, and we just hope that what Daryl and I offer to you guys we just hope that you know that we love you and we care about you. And if there's anything that we can do to help, that's what we want to do for everybody, for all of you. All right, we love you. Have a great night, and we will see you next time. And Daryl, what do we need to do?
We need to remind them to be stronger every day.
Know that you can do hard things. Remember, everything is figure-outable. Have hope, and we'll see you on the next video. Love you guys. Good night.